What's up, everybody? Today, I wanted to share a video from Erin Ward, Jerry Ward's wife. We all know Jerry Ward recently passed away very tragically at the young age of 46 years old. I was a friend of Jerry's and peripherally of Erin. I'm posting this video not monetized. I simply am posting this video because Erin wants to get word out as to how Jerry passed and to wipe away a lot of the rumors on social media. She originally posted this on Jerry's Instagram page, and I'm simply posting this to help her spread the word here. Again, demonetized. I don't want to make anything. I just simply want to help Erin get the word on how Jerry passed away, so people understand. People who cared for Jerry, loved him, and looked up to him, respected him, appreciated him. Just so everybody knows what happened, and all of the rumors can finally disappear, and hopefully Erin can grieve in her own way, and it's amazing her attitude. But let me play this now and I'll be quiet.
Hey guys, I got a call from the medical examiner's office yesterday, and I finally have Jerry's cause of death. And instead of everyone writing articles where everyone thinks that they know how he died, and also I'm not a doctor, as an article also said, I wanted to give you some facts, because that's how Jerry liked to operate. Yes, he had an opinion, but he also liked to delve into facts. So the fact is, the reason Jerry died is he died of a pulmonary embolism as a result of deep vein thrombosis. No, he did not have any surgeries. No, he was not on any long flights. No, he did not complain of any sort of calf or leg issue. There was nothing there. He was fine before he left on his trip on Tuesday. If something happened during the week, he never mentioned it. I know there were a lot of reports that he didn't feel well, and that's true. He told me he wasn't feeling his best. Most of the time we kind of just figured, he was on a really stressful trip. He was excited. He had 2 clients who were in the show. I didn't expect him to sleep well. I didn't expect him to feel his, 100%. And, he didn't. So it didn't seem that out of whack. So we do know that that rumor is true. He did collapse in his hotel room. It seems to be after he took a shower, before he got into bed, he was standing and he collapsed. And he was found the next morning during a wellness check when he didn't report for his normal duties for the show. So I love the fact that Jerry is always so transparent. And also, he can get this shit square, and I don't know what my problem is. I cannot get it square, you guys. This is not my forte. But he liked transparency, and he wanted facts, and he wanted people to know what happened. Whether he wanted to tell you or not, he always told you the truth, and that's the truth. So I want to put this to rest. It seemed like he probably had some sort of a heart attack when he first passed. That was the only thing that kind of made sense or came to mind. But we now know it was a PE. And for those of you who know, they tend to be pretty deadly, and they hit like that and you're done. So it brings me a little bit of comfort to know that, he didn't suffer. I know he wasn't feeling his best, but he wasn't suffering. When you don't feel well, it doesn't mean you're suffering. So he did not suffer. He passed very quickly. I think one of the most important things that Jerry has taught us over the years is you got to live your life. You can't, think the worst, and you can't always plan for things. You just don't know what's going to happen. You have to just follow your own truth, and you have to be who you are, and you have to stand by it, and you have to stand up for yourself. And I hope that even though his death is sudden and he's only 46, and, God forbid that happens to anybody, but I think he taught us so much about who we could be and our potential. And I think that he would want his legacy to be just to remind you, do your research, listen to your body. I don't know how he would have predicted this, you guys. You can say whatever you want to. If you think you can predict a PE, good luck with that. And just follow your own path. Don't worry about what other people want you to do. And, be feisty about it if you have to be. But hopefully this will clear up some rumors. And I also wanted to just get it out there before people just made the story crazier and crazier. Some of the articles that have been written are absolutely ridiculous. And some of the people claiming to be his best friends are 100% not his best friends, you guys. So keep that in mind. And, you know, as you move forward, always remember all of the good things. You don't always have to agree with Jerry, but you had to appreciate the fact that he was so passionate about what he believed in and who he was and what he had been through. And he was never embarrassed about his story. He owned it. And I think that we've all learned a lot from it. So take care. I won't do a bicep for you because no one wants to see that. And yeah, just keep living your life. And you never know. Nothing is promised. Just keep living and be you.
All right, so tough words from Erin. I mean, tragedy. From her perspective, I cannot imagine nor put myself in her position, but nonetheless, this is where she is and what she's facing. So thank you to Erin for sharing that with us. And I briefly wanted to share this with you guys. What is DVT? So deep vein thrombosis. This is what the autopsy showed. Jerry suffered a pulmonary embolism as a result of deep vein thrombosis. Briefly, just to educate you guys specifically, but ladies also, deep vein thrombosis occurs when a blood clot forms in one or more of the deep veins in the body, usually in the legs. Deep vein thrombosis can cause leg pain or swelling. Sometimes there are no noticeable symptoms. You can get deep vein thrombosis if you have certain medical conditions that affect how the blood clots. A blood clot in the legs can also develop if you don't move for a long time. For example, you might not move a lot when traveling a long distance or when you're on bed rest due to surgery or illness. Deep vein thrombosis can be serious because blood clots in the veins can break loose. The clots can then travel through the bloodstream and get stuck in the lungs, blocking blood flow, which leads to a pulmonary embolism. When deep vein thrombosis and pulmonary embolism occur together, it's called venous thromboembolism. Now, some symptoms here of deep vein thrombosis include leg swelling, leg pain, cramping, or soreness that often starts in the calf, change in the skin color on the leg, such as red or purple, depending on the color of your skin, a feeling of warmth on the affected leg. Deep vein thrombosis can occur without noticeable symptoms. So when to see a doctor, if you develop symptoms of deep vein thrombosis, contact your healthcare provider. If you develop symptoms of a pulmonary embolism, a life-threatening complication of deep vein thrombosis, seek emergency medical help immediately. The warning signs of a pulmonary embolism: sudden shortness of breath, chest pain or discomfort that worsens when you take a deep breath or when you cough, feeling lightheaded or dizzy, fainting, rapid pulse, rapid bleeding, or coughing up blood. Well, very sad to see, of course, Jerry passing. I haven't done a video on Jerry because I needed time to process it. Jerry and I were texting, communicating back and forth not long before he passed. It was actually a funny story what we were talking about. We were shit talking one of the YouTube influencers out there that we've both had conflict with in the past. So we were both just having fun, as guys often do, joking back and forth, but also appreciating each other. And it's just, hey man, it's great to know that you're out there. And he, the same thing with me in sentiment. But I'll do another video on my relationship with Jerry and hopefully some words. We're the exact same age. It's funny, Jerry and I were the exact same. We're both 46 years old. We're about 5'10". We're both 5'10". We're both 210 pounds. Now, he was much larger than me, of course, through his career. But, we're very similar guys in a lot of ways. But anyway, Erin, thank you so much. We're all with you. We all support you. And you're in our thoughts for sure. Everybody, feel free to leave any commentary of your love for Jerry and maybe support for Erin should she ever see this video below. Thank you guys. And